And McCoy's. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with us tonight are the cast members of history's epic new mini-series, Hatfields and McCoys. Please welcome the stars, Bill Paxton, Powers Booth, Tom Berenger, and Andrew Howard. Don't miss the premiere of Hatfields and McCoys on History. The feud begins Memorial Day, 9 p.m., 8 Central, only on History.
3 down, and only the main event to go here at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather against Miguel Cotto. But first, let's take a quick look at our next HBO pay-per-view event.
I challenge Manny Pacquiao at 147 pounds. Manny, come break down this wall.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring to face a bold challenge from the undefeated Timothy Bradley.
Hard left hook by Bradley. Good right hand by Bradley. It's another right hook. Straight left hand. Pacquiao's landing at will.
Will Bradley bring Pacquiao's incredible reign to an end? Or will Pacquiao continue his domination of boxing's elite? Pacquiao versus Bradley. Saturday, June 9th, live on pay-per-view. Contact your pay-per-view provider to order.
Mayweather versus Cotto is being brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Don't miss Hatfields and McCoys on History. The feud begins Memorial Day at 9, 8 Central, only on History. DeWalt Power Tools and their new 20-volt max brushless technology. They are guaranteed tough. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. MGM Grand, the city of entertainment in Las Vegas. And by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO.
Celebrities here tonight. Let's quickly run down a list of some of the people who are here. New York Jets starting quarterback, Mark Sanchez. Sitting near him, Lil Wayne. The cast of True Blood, or at least the top cast members, Anna Paquin and Stephen Boyer. They're an item. P. Diddy is here at ringside, as is often the case for big fights. And Evander Holyfield, one of the biggest boxing fans in the world to this day. Paulie Malignaggi, who got an upset victory in Ukraine last week to make his own statement at 154 pounds. And Thomas Hearns is here. Tail of the tape for Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto. 4-year age advantage for Cotto, if advantage it be. Which is the fresher body at this point? Most would probably say Mayweather. They are equal in height. There's an arm length advantage of 3 inches from the armpit to the end of the fist on Mayweather's behalf, and it may be very significant in the fight. He did not have to go all the way up to 154, and this is only his second trip to the weight class. Went up to 151 instead, and Miguel Cotto weighed in right on the limit of 154. He's been fighting in this weight class, and comfortably so, for 3 years.
Hold on, give it to yourself.
Along with Manny Pacquiao, these are 2 of the 3 most experienced big fight fighters in the sport. They've been through the ritual many times before. They know everything about this experience. They know this building inside out. There's nothing new about any of this for either Mayweather or Cotto.
Well, but there is something new.
Made it to the closing bell here. That's all really a technicality. As you look at the closing numbers, Mayweather landing 74 more punches, throwing 181 more punches. That surprises me just a little bit. And landing at a not particularly high connect percentage of 26%. Power shots, again, Mayweather's landing percentage is not all that big compared to other numbers in his career. And Cotto landing at 23%. Probably hoped he could do a little bit better than that. Punch zone numbers, and you'll see that 45 or 46, I should say, of Cotto's landed punches went to the body, 59 to the head. Mayweather was judicious in his body punching, landing 35 of those, doing it when he wanted to. But the big difference in the fight were the 127 punches that Mayweather landed to the left side and the chin of Cotto. A lot of those whipping right hands and left uppercuts. Let's go to Larry Merchant with Floyd Mayweather.
With Larry Merchant, that booing came from those people in the crowd who were disappointed
or disgusted that Cotto left the ring in a hurry and took his entire entourage and went back to the dressing room. He told our stage manager, Chris Jones, that he needed to go to the restroom. But it appears to us that he went because he wanted to be out of here. Now, Larry Merchant will go back to the dressing room and attempt to get a word with Miguel Cotto. Meanwhile, Emmanuel, you're the one who said that the 7-to-1 odds were wrong, that the odds should have been much closer, and from the tenor of the fight, no question, you were right.
Well, you know, Miguel Cotto is a good, solid fighter. But I would say this about Floyd Mayweather. I was more impressed with him tonight than hardly any fight since the Diego Corrales fight. He showed true grit. All fighters, regardless of how good your skill level is, you're going to run across that opponent once in a while like Ali did with Kenny Norton, Joe Frazier, where you couldn't win just on his skill. And he had to sit down and fight to just to fight his way through victory. And he did it tonight. But I thought that Floyd would do that because Floyd thinks very well going down the stretch.
At the end of the day, did Cotto fight the right fight? Did he do the best he could do?
I thought he just operated behind a jab better. He should have pushed the jab to get Floyd into the corner instead of just trying to bend down and squat. And when he was trying to fight in the center of the ring, bouncing around too much, that was not good for him. And he got hit with that club and right hand over and over and over. He just put his hand up. Floyd go right around the side. He never did try to let Floyd miss completely where he would lose his balance. So he fought a good fight, but he could have been better.
The fact that Floyd seemed to allow himself several times to be trapped against the ropes or in the corners and gave Cotto the chance to land some shots, including body shots, does that show you that at age 35 maybe his footwork isn't quite what it used to be?
But Floyd has always been pretty good at that. He never's been a real move-around guy too much. He did a lot of moving the last few rounds when he had to. But Floyd uses his shoulders and the right gloves to parry blows and roll. And if you look very closely, very seldom do he get hit clean. The only punch that he get hits with mostly is a jab. But very few guys use the jab on him.
Mayweather seemed to be saying in the interview that the fight was more exciting because he wants to provide more exciting, and he understands that fans come to fights to see guys hit and get hit, and that in his view it would be better to fight this way. Do you agree that that might have been what he was doing?
Yeah, he did, but he didn't get hit that much. I mean, the blood was trickling, but he did get a lot of punches where his head would fly back, because Floyd fights with his head up high all the time. But he didn't get hit with that many real solid, devastating blows, if you look very closely. But it was a good fight, a good test, and I thought he came through very well. I was very impressed.
Larry in a moment with Miguel Cotto, we hope, but first let's look ahead to our next big pay-per-view. It involves a very famous fighter.
I challenge Manny Pacquiao at 147 pounds. Manny, come break down this wall.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring to face a bold challenge from the undefeated Timothy Bradley.
Hard left hook by Bradley. Good right hand by Bradley. It's another right hook. Straight left hand. Pacquiao's landing it well.
Will Bradley bring Pacquiao's incredible reign to an end? Or will Pacquiao continue his domination of boxing's elite? Pacquiao versus Bradley. Saturday, June 9th, live on pay-per-view. Contact your pay-per-view provider to order.
All right, back at ringside, and very quickly now, while we continue to wait to see if Larry Merchant is going to be able to get an interview with Miguel Cotto, and we've told you just about everything we think we can tell you about Mayweather Cotto. You've said that Timothy Bradley may be the toughest opponent yet for Manny Pacquiao.
I think so. Timothy Bradley is a solid fighter, and you know, Manny cannot overlook him. I think that's a fight. Another one I have like a 7-5. I don't see it at 4-1 and all of that. This is a solid challenge for Manny.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Oh, man, that boy was tough tonight. He didn't lay down, but
August Sanchez, when you had to do that?
But guess what?
Yeah.
It's all about excitement, and that's what we gave the fans on pay-per-view tonight. We wasn't running, we wasn't moving. We did a little running, we did a little bit of moving. But the main thing is we gave the fans excitement, and that's
So
what they
you're
wanted
saying
to see.
fans want to see guys hit and get hit, and you're willing to fight that way?
Well, I'm older now, so tonight I had to give the fans what they wanted to see. They paid the money, so I gave them a show.
You paid a lot of respect to Miguel Cotto in the build-up to this fight. Did he fight in such a way as to merit the respect that you paid him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought this was one of your best fights that you've ever fought.
He's one of the best fighters that I ever fought.
We thought you made two brilliant tactical adjustments in the fight. Number one, sweeping the right hand early to get it around his left glove. Number two, that left uppercut, which really sealed the deal.
Oh yeah, but he was a tough competitor. I can't take nothing away from Miguel Cotto. But I must commend HBO. You guys been doing a hell of a job for so many years. And, you know, I apologize to Larry, you know, what happened the last time. You know, I feel that I was wrong, but things happen. And I want the fans and the people to forgive me. And you guys do a great job, and keep up the good work.
You're a brilliant public relations man, always have been. Thank you very much for your time.
Love all right? Fans. Thank you.
Great performance tonight.
Two post-fight interviews with Floyd Mayweather. And, hey, maybe I'll see you next week, too, huh? Miguel Cotto is not available and is not going to provide a post-fight interview with Larry Merchant. So we filled in the blanks with a second post-fight interview with Floyd Mayweather, and that was fun. It was a great fight. That was fun. Canelo Alvarez beating up Shane Mosley was a moment, and we're going to see what happens later on in his career. And now, everybody's happy tonight because Floyd Mayweather finished the evening by saying what fans wanted to hear, which was, let's make the Pacquiao fight. My response? Let's make the Pacquiao fight and see what happens next. Tune in to HBO May 19th for a big night of boxing programming. First, it's 24/7 Road to Pacquiao Bradley with a personal look at both fighters. After that, live boxing with Lamont Peterson defending his 140-pound title against Amir Khan in the rematch of their controversial bout won by Peterson. Also that night, rising star Adrian Broner defends his 130-pound title against Gary Sykes. Now, with what voice I have left, Mayweather versus Cotto has been brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Don't miss Hatfields and McCoys on History. The feud begins Memorial Day at 9, 8 Central, only on History. AT&T. Get it fast with AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices, every day. Cinco de Mayo, Puebla. Viva Puebla, viva Cinco de Mayo, viva Mexico. MGM Grand, the city of entertainment in Las Vegas. And by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. You can get exclusive updates from HBO's boxing Facebook page and Twitter feed. And as always, at HBO.com, the home of HBO Boxing Online. And now for our entire crew, I'm Jim Lampley, saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada.